Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
And you know it will.
Welcome back, 920. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Are you?
I'm good.
I think we're both tired.
I think we're both pretty tired. I noticed you don't have an energy drink with you today.
I have not had one for days.
Good for you.
So you've kind of inspired me here, and I was going to wait, but actually I am going to wait because I host a show and I know how to keep you waiting here a little bit.
There you go.
You are
Smart.
still not drinking coffee.
I am not, and I'll say right now, like, okay, when I say I'm not drinking coffee, I'm not drinking it every day. Like, I still had a cup the other day and enjoyed it, but like, generally speaking, I'm trying really hard to cut back and not do it all the time. So, in the past month or so, I've had maybe like 3 or 4 cups of coffee in like 30 days, which for me is a pretty good job. So I'm still going to call that a win.
You're the best. That is a good thing. You know, honestly, I think that's part of my issue too, is that on Saturday?
Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what day it was? All I know is that I went to Shivers because now I've spoiled my dog enough to where he knows that if he gets in the car, he's gonna go get an ice cream cone.
Good for him.
And so I went and I got
Yeah.
the new, like, they have a drink in the morning that has caffeine in it.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't my typical jet-fueled C4 energy drink.
Right.
What pissed me off, be honest with you. It did, because C4, out of all the damn energy drinks
Yeah.
I put on this show, should just be sending me cases.
Absolutely.
And when they told me I had to pay, I kind of got a little snippy. I'm just going to be honest.
No, we're drinking it on the show.
I
There you
did.
go.
I'm not doing it. I sent a note and I said, I've been drinking these darn things for 2 years on
Yeah.
this show. Here's all the evidence you need for it. Here's the show numbers. They're like, well, that's fine, but we do a partner thing, so we'll give you. Eat me. I am not going to
wild.
do this.
Yeah,
I deserve freebies.
You do. You do. And that's the thing that we're taking into this summer, I think, is just that self-confidence summer. So you do deserve freebies.
I need that today, actually. Well, and see, that's the thing, because you've been giving this stuff up, and number one, everyone knows that I have a nicotine issue, a big one. Let's be honest.
You're not
I
the
have
only
a
one.
very
It's easy,
serious nicotine issue, and it's becoming a point where it's one for a year now. I've always said by 24 I was going to quit nicotine, and I'm 25, so I'm not doing too hot. But I was sitting there and I'm thinking, I'll just be honest. I went out. Everyone knows I went out with friends and hang out with Ryan, and something happened, and I may or may not have had my vape fall down.
Yeah.
It may or may not have, I did wipe it off. It wasn't the dirtiest place.
It could have been worse.
I don't know how much worse, but it was. I ended up hitting it again.
And
Okay.
that's a reality check, sort of.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more mad at myself because it's like, I got this ego on me, and we all have an ego.
Absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
where it's like you always think that the world's watching you because of the day and age we live in. You know,
Yes.
it's like I woke up, wake up every day going, who has this to say or who has
Right.
what? But it's the ego. I'm starting to realize it's my ego.
That's real,
All it
yeah.
is just quitting vaping. You know, the whole world doesn't really need to realize that you're quitting vaping too, if that makes sense.
That's interesting,
But
yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's one of those things where I don't need to have it. You know, it's just because it makes me a little bit more joyful, or it's because I like the way that, the nicotine is. It doesn't mean I need to keep doing it. And it's like everyone else quits. What makes you so damn special that you can't do it,
That's a good way to look at it, kind of that tough love sort of way to look at it. But no, you're not the only one, and especially like our generation, we had almost gotten rid of smoking, and then vaping became the big thing and marketed toward us, and it's kind of terrible.
Well, that's one thing I don't get along. Policy-wise, I don't like Dick Durbin. I think
Yeah.
he's a wonderful man because just all accounts, he's a gentleman. But I've not been the biggest fan of policy lately until the new nicotine laws and
Right.
these vaping bans. They got to start happening.
Yeah.
Because number one, my previous relationship from 6 years ago that I guess it's still my last one, caused a lot of bad habits.
Yeah,
and this was
right.
one of the bad habits that started from it, but it became so, affluent because, you get all these things marketed to you.
Absolutely,
You walk in, and let's be all honest now that it's closed down. I mean, when you can get nicotine at 16 years old.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
it wasn't just the one store doing it for everyone at home thinking it was just a one store problem. It wasn't. And so you go in and you can find all these things anywhere. And then all of a sudden you think you can quit because you've only been smoking them for a year or
Yeah,
6 months.
for real.
And then you quit for 2 days and realize that you can't. I don't know.
No, that's very. I mean,
I feel
that's
like I'm
very
having
real.
a therapy session at
No.
9:25.
Let's go. Let's commit
I
to
needed
it.
this, I think, all week.
No, good for you. No, it's definitely, you're right, and it definitely is something that we just has been marketed to kids, and kids start really young, and it's something that like I never got super into, but not because I didn't try it when I was young, because I tried it and I could have seen very easily how you can fall into a habit like that. So,
Yeah.
I definitely understand that, and so good for you for deciding to stop.
Well, the thing is, too, I think it's just the media people
Mm-hmm.
because, I don't know. It's just we always act like we're more stressed out than what we are.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
And here's why, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always make sure I treat everyone else's thing like it's the biggest deal in the world.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
whether or not it's a car lot opening, whether or not it's a dog grooming event, you name it,
Yeah.
it's still a big deal.
It
And you're
is.
putting all your attention to these folks and you're calling and calling. But you think it's like you're the president of the United States and you really aren't. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a great way to look
so
at
you
it.
get stressed and you start hitting the vape and then you realize that it looks like the KMOX newsroom in your, damn studio. Not here, but at the old radio station it did. And you know what was bad?
Let's hear it.
I've never said this on the air, and
No,
I
let's go
can't
for
believe I'm actually going to throw some shots out. But I think it started whenever I don't know for sure if it
Yeah.
was about me, but I'm pretty sure it was about me.
Yeah.
And it was about, someone on the old dial said that, CJ, not me personally. Sorry,
Yeah.
On the old dial, I was sitting in the office listening. They said, well, there was an old coworker we had that would smoke those things like the fruit trees went bad and all those things. It kind of was taking some shots at me. And I know I'm that previous
Yeah.
coworker because I was the only one that vaped in the damn place.
That's wild.
So
Okay,
you're right,
yeah.
number one. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who it was, but just know that I totally am locked and loaded today and ready to go for like a summer-long feud. And I heard it and it unnerved me enough
Yeah.
to kind of reach out and say, hey, F you a little bit,
Yeah. I mean, understandably, yeah.
But it also was a wake-up call where it's becoming so prevalent where people are starting to notice it.
Absolutely, right?
And it's not really healthier, the
Yeah.
healthiest option.
Yeah.
Probably time to quit.
Well, and it's a hard thing to quit. Like, quitting anything is not easy, absolutely. So, the decision to quit something, especially as addicting as nicotine, like, good for you. Shout out. I've been complaining about caffeine, and that's, its own thing. But you're doing your own journey.
But you inspired
here,
me
and that's
because
great.
it's a lot harder to get off of I feel like it's harder for caffeine than nicotine. And hear me out. And all the smokers, you're full of it. No, hear me out. We don't realize all the caffeine that's in things.
Oh, absolutely. It's
And-
so normalized.
Yeah, and like you have your routine where I'm sure
Right.
for when you got started here at Riverbender, a year ago?
Yeah.
Almost, is it a year?
Full year, yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that awesome?
Happy 1 year.
Thank you.
I don't know when it was, but congratulations.
No,
to
it's
you.
exciting.
But you had your routine. I mean,
Yeah.
and I started off so good, Sydney. I was getting up, I was getting into work, I was working until I needed to be done
Yeah.
and coming straight home, and then my routine kind of fell out of whack. And I
That's
started relying more on my vices, like my vape and stuff to kind of get through things. Now, for you, what did you use caffeine for? Was it a vice? Was it just something you enjoyed? Was it something to help you with stress?
No, that's interesting. I don't know. I should have thought about that before. Like, what was I using
Well, I
this
didn't
for?
tell you. Number
No.
one, I didn't tell you were coming on the show today because my show is booked for 2 weeks except for today.
You're busy.
But I couldn't believe it. I forgot this Tuesday.
You stay busy. I don't know how you keep up with it all.
I
but
forgot
no.
this Tuesday.
Well, I'm happy to be here. But no, it definitely, I think that I was using it as a way to get up is the main thing and get through the morning. And so it became less of like a luxurious like chance to like drink coffee and have a peaceful morning. Because I think for a lot of people that is what it is.
Is it
But,
really?
for some people, I think
Yeah.
it like kind of like calm and we wake up and just have a ritual. But for me, it definitely was just a way to get up and wake up a little bit more roughly and jump in and start the day. And because of that, my whole attitude about the mornings was kind of like about just getting the caffeine and getting through
Yeah.
it, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that's honestly where I'm at. It's if honestly, if I didn't hit the vape for the first 2 hours of the day, I'd probably be fine. But it's
real.
my routine where it's like I'm so used now to dropping Nico off and just relaxing. You know, I say my little morning prayer in the car, whatever, and I just chill. But now it's like if I don't do that, I'm like freaking out. Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
It was the year of yes, and so I said I'm going to do this. I have like two weeks left, so I'm just telling you, get your damn requests in now because this is over. You know?
Very real. Very
I
real.
said yes to my last speaking engagement of the year.
Good
said
for you,
yes to it. Full. And anyway, I was sitting there and I said, I'm going to do this. And I had to go do the River Dragons game on Sunday. And I left my vape at the house.
Good for you.
And guess who made it through?
Good for you.
For 5 or 6 hours.
Well, and see, and that's the first lesson, like our first day of doing it is the hardest, I think, where you're like, I don't know if I can do this.
Does that
And
make
then,
you mad when you think that,
Yeah,
though?
very much
Because
so.
it's like, it's such an obvious thing where it's like, of course you can do this
Yeah.
shit, baby. You're just getting everything. You're used to having everything you want.
Exactly, yeah. No, it absolutely pissed me off to be like, wow, I think I don't know if I can do this. And I was like, well, hold on a second. I'm an adult and I'm stronger than a cup of coffee, you know, like I can do that. So the first day's the hardest, but eventually if you can do that, the first one, and prove to yourself that you don't need it, I think that is like very much liberating.
So honestly, I mean, my thing is too, I want to be one of those people, you've seen them, that can do it all.
Oh,
you
for
know,
real.
like they can, have a drink, not become a blackout
Yeah.
drunk. You know, they can have a few cigarettes and not smoke them for another 3 months. You know,
Absolutely.
it's all. I wish I could be that person because not every day I want to smoke or hit my nicotine vape or smoke a cigarette with my aunt on the deck, but every once in a while I do.
Yeah, for
And I
real.
want to be able to do that without going, oh my God, I need another one.
No, and being able to do things in moderation, like, I don't know what the secret is because I'm not that kind of person, so shout out to people who are. But, I think that there's a real, like, gift in that and being able to do things in moderation and not choose excess. So, again, like, shout out. If you can figure out how to do it, let me know because I'm curious, too.
I think another thing, too, for me, and I don't know how it went for your caffeine thing, you think that you're the only one that's going through the struggle.
yeah, for
you know?
real.
And, like, my thing is with a whole bunch of stuff right now that, thank God I caught that I can... But, it is. I mean, I'm going through kind of a bunch. I'm going through
Yeah.
a quarter life crisis that's a
Yeah.
little bit real.
We've talked about that,
But I
yeah.
didn't think they were real, and now they're starting to be... I
kinda
think
hits.
it's society, though, that
Yeah.
caused this. I don't think quarter life crisis were a thing 30 years ago.
Say more. Let's hear it.
I really don't. I think now that, especially with social media and everyone's watching you, number one, there's the
very
paranoia,
stressful.
but also it's the fact that you're seeing all these kids that are, number one, you're seeing them getting married and everything else. And even though I have a wonderful job and I'm happy with where
Yeah.
I'm at, there's still things in life that you're missing out on. And you're seeing everyone have fun, and here you are working
Yeah.
your butt off and not really as excited about everything. Now I go on
Absolutely,
trips
yeah.
and stuff, but like, it just doesn't seem like I'm really experiencing it, you know?
Well, and I'm reading this book right now. It's called The Defining Decade, Life in Your 20s. So a little bit of self-help book.
Defining life, or what'd you say? Is this what
Defining Decade is what it's called.
Defining
And-
decade. So
yeah.
it's going to define me for the rest of my life, is what you're
That's
hitting me
kind
with.
of what they're
Oh,
hitting.
Jesus.
But their point is, don't give up yet. Their point is, in the past, in your 20s, you had a very clear path going forward. You graduated high school, you got married, you started your career, you had babies. That was pretty much your life for the next. You moved out from your parents' house and moved into your marital house, and that was how it went.
Then you
and
died.
now, and then you died. And now in your 20s, we have kind of this weird limbo period for a lot of people where instead of doing that XYZ, a lot of people instead are choosing to go to college or have a career or wait later to get married and that kind of thing. And now we have a bunch of like options, sort of, which is great in a lot of ways and also very terrifying. So I don't think you're the only one. And I would agree that this is definitely like a modern day society kind of problem. So I don't know if anyone has any tips for that they want to text in and let us know, please do, because this is the blind leading the blind here. But we'll get through it.
We will get through this together. And hey, while I have you, let me give you a little bit of some business here. Who do I got to talk about? 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 Village Dispensary! Let's just go there. At Village Dispensary, you're always going to feel on cloud nine. Well, you will while you're there, and you definitely will once you get home. It's because of the way they treat you. When I walk in there, I feel like $1 million. And you know what's cool?
Yeah.
I walked in there yesterday. I left a little bit early because I got to work 4th of July both days. I got to work the evening, and then I got to work the morning.
Right.
So getting my time back somewhere. And, I walked in, and right away they knew my order. I didn't even place one. They're like, "You're here for the Aero," and I was not at that time. But, it's one of those things where you walk in, you just feel welcomed.
Absolutely.
You feel like people are just there happy to do their job. They all want to be there. And that's what's cool. So head on over to Village Dispensary, where quality cannabis and friendly faces await. Let's be blunt about this, pun intended. Village Dispensary is your go-to spot for all things green, whether you're after vapes, flowers, topicals, tinctures, edibles, concentrates, or more. They've got it all covered for you. Their friendlier staff is faster than a Fast Times ride, getting you out when you need to, and if you need that consult, they'll pull you aside and have a quick chat with you. Locally owned, union built, and it's all about quality at Village Dispensary. They're dedicated to bringing you the best cannabis experience. Go to villagedispo.com, check out their inventory, and remember, once you stop, that was a long and live read. Once you stop by, don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way, because, Sydney, it's a joint effort.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. We have a better segment during the break, but you couldn't have heard that one. I'm getting ready to start an afternoon drive show here, and I'm just going to do like a complete, just Howard Stern-esque hour show.
That would be fun.
Just rant and rave, bring people on and let them talk, have some fun. Keep the morning show very professional, but keep the afternoon show just as wild as it could be.
Good for you.
I think we need some wildness. So fill me in on this. I have not talked about your blog at all this week or today yet. So you're started with the week of vegetarianism.
Right.
Is that a real word? Did I say that right?
I think you're right. I just write things down. I don't say them out loud that often, so I couldn't tell you. But no, I decided I'm going to be this summer more intentional about what I consume, right? And started with going vegetarian for a week. And we tried that, and that went fine. And then we decided to do no caffeine for a week. And then I decided to work out a little bit more.
Are you still doing it?
Sure, a little bit. We're working on it.
No, you're trying.
We're trying hard.
More than I am.
No, we're getting through. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more intentional about this kind of thing. And so going forward, so this was kind of part of it was the no caffeine aspect. So here we are a month in. It's going fine. It's not easy, but it's fine. And I've learned a lot of tips on how to quit caffeine. So if anyone needs them, I got them.
Please do, because I feel like I've inadvertently quit drinking caffeine because I didn't really force the no energy drink thing. That happened. So give us more tips.
Good for you,
Help me.
yeah. Well, for me, yeah.
Well, for you, this is interesting. So you used to replace breakfast with caffeine.
Yeah, I did, which isn't good for so many reasons. Like, that's not helpful for anybody. But I would just have a cup of coffee and be like, all right, I'm good for the day. And it would give you, like, that energy rush that you needed just to get through until lunch anyway. But now that I'm actually eating breakfast, which not a healthy breakfast, but, like, having something in my stomach, not only am I, like, less nauseous, but also just have actual energy. So highly recommend that. They really were onto something when they said breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Who knew?
Is it really?
That's what they say. I don't know.
But are you really feeling the benefit of it?
I do feel like better, so I definitely get it now. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more, just again, intentional about these things. So here we are.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, congratulations on your more pleasant morning.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're working toward it.
So, I'm not trying to make the right decision every time. Just most of the time. Explain that.
Well, I think it gets pretty easy to get bogged down in it, right? So, like, it's hard, too, because every day something new comes out. So, like, caffeine is good for you until the next study comes out and says it's poisonous or, you know, different things like that.
You ain't a kidding there.
And I think after a while, it can be so overwhelming trying to make the right choices for yourself all of the time that eventually you just kind of stop. And so what I'm trying to do instead of that is just try to make the right decision as often as possible.
Well, and I like that because, you know, in life, I feel like we're all in this boat. Where, especially now, and another thing is I think our generation, I'm not saying you, but for me personally, we see other things and other people doing things, and it's like, it's the snow globe effect in a way.
For real.
But I don't know. It's just the fact that so many people are in that boat where we know what we're doing's wrong.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
And wrong doesn't, and my whole thing now is I've been in this whole nightmare scenario where everything that is wrong is a crime. Have you ever done that to yourself?
Yeah, you mean like you just build it up, or what do you mean?
But where it's wrong, but it's like, even though, like for you, it might be drinking coffee, you know, it's wrong. But even though it's, you know, it's not against the law to drink coffee, you've built it up as being so wrong that when you do it, you feel really, really guilty.
Oh, and that's not helpful at all, right?
It's totally not. I can tell you that from experience.
That just messes you up. So no, I do get that though. Like, you build it up so much and you're like, wow, not only do I drink caffeine now where I'm doing something quote unquote wrong, but now it becomes like, now I'm a bad person for doing it, or that kind of thing, which is so unhelpful on so many levels. But I get it. I think that's I think a lot of people can understand that, and it's easy to get kind of in that spiral, that mindset of like, wow, if I do this, I'm not a good, you know,
human being,
or person or whatever else.
But seriously, that's a lot of that, and a lot of my kind of thoughts, though, because I think I've been really judgmental of myself lately. And I don't know why. It's just the last couple of months I've been really, really hard on myself. And it's like, you know, every little thing, it's like, oh man, I can't believe you effing did that, or I can't believe you did this. Or, even though it's not illegal, it's still so morally wrong to me in my mind that it becomes illegal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I get that. Being hard on yourself has its place in times, right? It's where you can have high expectations for yourself or want more for yourself and that kind of thing. So there's definitely benefits to that. But there are times where if you're just becoming too hard on yourself, not only are you unproductive now because you're just so focused in, right? Well, no, not you, but you're just so focused in on that. And then I think it gets easy just to lose that sense of self and that side of what you actually are trying to accomplish. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know about it. Just there's a lot that comes with that and a lot of thoughts that come out. Anyway, going back to you, because that's why we're here. You know, so are you going forward, are you going to not drink coffee at all? Is that your end goal?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the end goal is because I don't see myself fully cutting it out completely because I do like it and I like it every now and then as a little treat. But so I don't necessarily see that as like what's going to happen. But definitely I'm trying just to stick with this I don't need it every day sort of mindset because I think that was really the killer for me. What was really getting on my way was needing it every day.
Yeah.
Not only then was that like expensive and time consuming.
You ain't
and
kidding.
Yeah, for real. But it just was also like, again, just made my mornings less pleasant. So I'm trying to just be a little bit more aware when I do drink it.
I hate to say this, and I'm gonna say it here on the. I was like kind of getting nervous. I'm like, man, why is everything just so tight lately? Because the last 2 months have been really tight financially, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Well, when you do the math and you add up all the morning stuff that you buy at the gas station,
Absolutely.
oh my God, I didn't realize what I mean. It's an eye opener. So that's. Oh my God, my sinuses are bad. Are your sinuses bad?
Yeah, it's been bad lately. I think just the weather. I'm not a fan.
Okay. I thought I was dying.
No, we're gonna get through this.
We're gonna
CJ.
get through
We're
this.
gonna get through it.
You never know with me. I was looking though, and I'm like, God dang, man, that's $100 a week that you're spending on frivolous things that you could be putting back towards an extra house payment.
Right.
So that, I think, after reading all of this, and you really did inspire me the last couple of weeks, because I'm like, man, I really got to quit all these vices because they aren't good for you, and you don't want to be the guy that's on the little commercial with its. Oh, well, I'm not.
Yeah. No, for real. Those commercials did more than any anti-smoking. Dare didn't do as much for me as those commercials did.
Dare was a problem. Okay. I'll be the guy that says Dare was a terrible program, and I can show you every study in the world if you want to see why it was not the best. Okay. It just wasn't. Number two, you're right, because I see those things and I'm like, you're 25, man.
Yeah.
And I have this thing where I don't know. I just act like I'm 50. Like I guess it's the mindset I'm in, or just with everything the world is. I just feel like I've already lived life once. That's
so
how
weird.
freaking worn out I am.
You're not the only one.
Right. Totally not. And so it's like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just the fact of the matter. What was I talking about?
I don't know. I got wrapped up in it. I was ready to go with you.
I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. But moving on back to these habits, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm exhausted all the time. I feel like I'm already, exhausted, 55 years old. It's like, God, I just want to shake myself and go, I did it today. I'm like, dude, you're 25 years old.
Right.
Be a kid and go have fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's like, not being immature or anything, but not smoking your life away with nicotine is probably the first step, and the other one's working out, and the other one's cutting out some of the frivolous spins to start enjoying what you actually want to enjoy.
Yeah, if we can get on that kind of mindset and get going, let me know if you figure out the secret, and I'll jump in with you, because all of those things sound good to me. No more caffeine.
Well, it's you
start
that
working
started,
out.
seriously.
Well,
because honestly, life is full of a bunch of bad influences. And the thing I'm noticing now too, we don't have that many young people in this community.
No, it's kind of quiet.
So I've started to really notice that.
Yeah.
And now that I have you, and John can yell at me later, but I needed a therapy session today.
I'm here for it.
A big thing is I've told you this, it's so hard to get back out on the dating world.
Oh, it's
but
so hard.
I am starting to realize now that there is just not that many people out there that are our age in this community.
No, it's a weird age too, because it's not like they're the colleges, but we're not college age, and there's like the
and it feels weird.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
so
you hit it right on the head with that one.
Yeah.
I can't even no. If you're still in college, it's a no for me.
It's too young.
Yeah,
For me, but,
same here.
Yeah, it just is strange now. So yeah, kind of that in between age, between like in your again just your 20s. I think it's just a very weird time.
It
for
is
a lot of
a
people.
really weird time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was just sitting there. I'm like, God damn, man, you're single. All your friends are dating these women. You're having fun.
Yeah.
No girl even look you in the face and laugh at you.
No.
But then I'm realizing that there's a lot of. That's what I'm saying. Reading this and just going, well, people have struggles like caffeine, and then it spurred my thought process into, well, actually, I'm looking, and not a lot of people are dating anybody anymore, and not a lot of people are on these dating apps or even from here.
Yeah, very true.
And if they are, there's a lot of baggage on those profiles and a lot of city miles. You know what I'm getting at. And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm venting to you today. I think I just needed to talk to you.
No, good for you. Good for you.
But in the meantime, if I can break one bad habit in the past month, then who knows what else I can do. So you think this is broke?
I don't know. We're going to try.
See how I've been intertwining this into, kind of just throwing the smoke shield up and going back and testing you?
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, we're going to try. We're going to try to break this habit. I do think right now it's broken for the time being, where I don't need it every day, which is great. Going to keep that going. But in the meantime, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. I'm just going to enjoy the ride while I'm on
What
it.
do you do if it breaks?
If it breaks, then I save some money, first of all, which is great.
No. What if it? Sorry, I misspoke.
Yeah.
What do you do if you don't break it and it comes back full force?
Well, then I guess I just gotta live with that.
No, I'm curious because
Yeah,
how do you handle something like that if you know that you're not doing as well as on something you wanted to do well at? What do you do?
No, that's real. No, I think for me, I think it's giving grace in a lot of ways and being like, okay, well, I didn't break this habit all the way, or like I came back to it or whatever. So that sucks.
Yeah.
But like, it's not the end of the world. And if I really want to prioritize this going forward, then like I can do that and start over again. So I think just kind of having that, like, I'm trying to be healthier, like in my mindset as well about these things, and just be like, okay, none of this is the end of the world really. So I can get through it, whatever. We're going to get on the other side. And if this is something that I really care about, then I can make it work. So yeah.
Every time I talk to you, I realize that I need to get the stick out of my craw.
It's
I
hard.
really do.
It's hard.
I got because you just have such a better outlook on things than I do, and I mean that.
I appreciate that.
I don't know if you're fronting for me, but I mean I really do appreciate it. It's a good therapy advice.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're trying.
What are you writing this week?
Well, who knows, really?
The way this last 2 months have been, who knows is right.
Well, it's just as busy. It's a busy time, which is exciting. There's a lot going on, so that's fun. We'll see what comes down the pipeline. It'll be fun.
Well, and we're at a point now where I think everyone, and I'm not dogging you if you're watching the show and you're one of the people that complained this weekend, but everyone expects it, like that we're doing everything now.
Yeah.
And so like I know there were some folks that were unhappy that they maybe assumed we were going to broadcast the powerboat races, but I mean they had their own TV channel and stuff that we were not going to be able to touch, so we didn't do it. But I think we've been doing so much, and you have just been out there doing some crazy.
Likewise.
Well, I don't need credit. I just work, and but you've been out there like crazy, and Dan has, and Chris is out there now with the team in Dalton, but. We've been doing so much that I think the public's now like, all right, where's Riverbender at? And that's a great thing.
That's a wonderful thing,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
So we'll be there for you. Yeah. You got a friend, like James Taylor. You ever heard
Absolutely,
that song?
I have. It's been a while. That's a good one. It's a good one.
I'll, you know what? He's probably watching the show, but I'll say it.
Yeah.
I was at karaoke one night. I have more to the story during the commercial break. But the individual's karaoke song was "You've Got a Friend."
And I like that. I like that.
What?
Dude.
What?
That's fun.
No! You can't go from Rhinestone Cowboy to You Got a Friend on karaoke.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Thank
but
you.
I just kind of respect the courage to get up for karaoke. Like, shout out to you guys who are doing karaoke to begin with. It makes me so nervous.
Hey, are you ready to reduce your... what? You already wrote your blog this week, so what are you writing about next week?
I don't know. It'll come down the pipeline.
I have been
We'll figure it
holding
out.
this sneezing for 32 minutes.
It's coming. It's happening.
Ready to reduce your energy bills? Grid Solar is here to help you make the switch to solar power. Solar energy, sustainable, cost-effective solution that benefits both your wallet and, the planet. At Grid Solar, they specialize in creating customized solar designs that meet your specific energy needs, and I think it's great. It's a free design option. You put your information in, they take it from there. Their exceptional team is committed to delivering high-quality solar installations and their exceptional service to boot with it. Visit gridsolarllc.com, request your free solar design, find out how solar energy can work for you, and embrace the future of energy with Grid Solar. That's gridsolarllc.com.